Hey there, everybody. We've got another special one for you today. This is the true last game of the season for us, the Chinese FA Cup final. I honestly had no idea that we were going to make it this far. I mean, I thought that this was going to be a good team with the money that we had and other things. I had no idea it was going to wind up being this good. So we'll see how it goes. We have some potential problems here in the squad, as you can see here, right? Park Myung-sung is out. Unfortunately, guys like George Hall are on international duty right now. We're going to start Paul Wade, even though he's recovering from an injury. He's not fully going to be fit yet, and so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. Jubin is also not fully fit. So we'll sort of see how this works and how this happens. Also, I have Para starting here instead of Rovaglia, which is interesting. I think I will actually start Rovaglia instead. So there we have it. And yes, I know that Paul Wade might not see the full match out. That's okay. We're going to do the best that we can and hope that we get some sort of performance from him. And we want everybody to pick up where we last left off. And yeah, this is a big one. We're all excited for this, and we'll see what happens. I don't know why they're asking me about this random. So there's this, the last guy they asked me about was this random Thai player that I picked up and turned out not to be as good as I thought. I think he had a problem with injuries or something. So we picked him up for nothing, and then we let him go to another club for nothing. They've offered to take him off of our hands, and then for some reason they're asking me about that right before this big match. He's not even registered for this. So whatever, that's more Football Manager being Football Manager. You know, we've had some talks on the official forums about that, and here we are off, and it's over with João Victor back to Paulson. Over again to João Victor. This is the biggest crowd we've ever played in front of. Man, it is packed. And Victor is dispossessed of that ball. We have all of Yenji here, man. This is a big, big match. And let's see if we can give him a good performance, or at least make them somewhat proud of us. Attendance to 35,000. It's a sellout, and this is the first sellout that we've had. Strong wind in this one, 22 degrees, so it's pretty warm. 22 degrees Celsius. That is not Fahrenheit. That would be extremely cold. It's Holland here with a free kick from far out of range, and he looks forward for Rovaglia. He passed it forward to Muanta. That's not much of a shot there by Sufanad. Makes me feel a little bit upset, a little bit nonplussed about that one. It was a great pass, but Muanta needs to figure out how to really hammer those ones home when he gets those opportunities instead of sort of tapping them forward like that. So I wasn't so impressed with that. We've had 2 shots on target, it looks like here, so we have a little bit of a lead forming. But as you can see, our defense is a little bit suspect here. Not getting a great game from Yen, which has me a little bit concerned. It's going to be Wang Xiaolong for Shenzhen with the goal kick, and that's won by Holland in midfield. It's then lost, however. Paulson is going to get around in front of this one, and he actually doesn't. That chance ends up behind for a goal kick. Now, Liu Xiaoziyang over to Holland again. Moves it forward on that right-hand side. He's been all over the place here. Over to Delphi, over to Rovaglia, looking for Wade and can't quite find him. That was well designed. That's what we like to do, but that was not very well executed, and I'm a little bit worried here. And Yenquin's able, fortunately, to make that save for us, and here's Delphi bringing it down that right side now. Delphi looks forward, and that's a crazy pass to Jubin on the other side of the pitch, and it ends up with Muanta in the shooting position. That's knocked out for a corner. That was an insane pass. I haven't seen that happen at all this season. That was crazy. Lee Jin Young now with the corner, and he knocks it up, looking for Yan Quinn, and it just misses his head, and another chance ends up going begging here. Douglas now into, I can't see his name, so Yun Su, I think it was, over to another Shenzhen player, and they're sort of holding the ball backwards here. We need to get this ball off of them. And I think that is Holland, who's trying to sort of force his way into it. And it's with Emre Can there over to Zhang Yuan. And that is knocked out for a corner. And so we need to be a little bit better about this one. Let's see if we can demand a little bit more from these guys and get something else happening. And the corner's up, and João Victor there. The corner went to nobody, by the way. There was no Shenzhen player even remotely close to that one. Muanta ends up missing the forward-looking pass. Here's Holland now passing it in, throwing it in rather to Muanta. Over to the side to Delphi, and that is just barely off of the crossbar, and he's had a lot of bad luck here recently. Wade ends up going back to pick this one up over to Paulson, and they have kept us scoreless here in the first half. And boy, this is probably, I mean, we were just ahead on XG. Yes, the fans have been blah, 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 whatever. I mean, if that really motivates them, then we'll go for it. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. So Wade really needs to come out. He is just totally broken. We'll put Mr. Kwon back on. I know I said the other day that I didn't think that we were going to necessarily play him again, but I think we will. And we're going to do kind of the unthinkable here and put Para on for Mwanta. And then I'm looking here for Holland. And do I put Ariel Guzman on? I think I will. We'll see if we live to regret that or not, because Guzman has not played that much this season. So we've made our 3 substitutions out of the 5 that we get there at halftime, and we'll see if we can get a little bit of a different look. And it's Jubin winning this one off of the Shenzhen player, doing it excellently, and then passing backwards to Delphi with another one of those ridiculous passes. Boy, they have the hookup here today, but I mean, they're just going, laterally back and forth across the pitch. Not what we've seen lately from the team. We look a little bit nervous in this match, I'll tell you that. And here's Jung Dalun, who has a cross in that Delphi takes care of, back to Jubin, so that connection's there. You ever see that sort of connection? Para doesn't know what he's doing. He knocks that one forward to nobody, and Gomez goes back and gets it, which is ridiculous. And it's Rovaglia there with the header for the first goal of the match. What was that? That was ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. So Para here, he kicks it forward and then just looks at it, and then finally decides he's going to run. Gomez, for whatever reason, decides he's going to knock it backwards to the goalie, and then Rovaglia runs up and gets the header, and the defense doesn't know what they're doing. Yanbian's up 1-0 on a goal that is really, really odd. What a strange goal that one was. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, in years of playing this game, I haven't seen that. That was ridiculous. Yenkun with the header, and that one is just off the crossbar, and that would have been number 2. 1-0 Yanbian FC. Can we hold on is the question. Jubin is absolutely broken. We've got nobody to come in for him, though, because what's his name? Our South Korean youngster is off on international duty. I was going to say, I'm going to go take a look at Mr. Jung, I think it is, but I can't because he's not there. Jung Im-gyong, I think it is. He's not on our squad right now because he's off playing with their under 19s or under 18s or something like that. So we have only 10 more minutes now to hold on, and I mean, we're just barely ahead on XG. That was a total fluke goal. I mean, this is just totally ridiculous. It's the sort of not a goal that's characteristic of what we scored so far. Douglas now with this free kick. Delphi is injured. We're going to keep him in because he can still stand, he can still walk, and it's going to be a long, long summer. Jubin wins this one off the defender. I don't know where he gets his energy from. Over to Para now. Para trying to do a little bit better with the forward-looking pass to Rovaglia. It goes over to Delphi behind him, who has a shot on goal and just barely misses. And Jubin is just totally broken here in this one. But he's 16. He'll be fine. He'll recover. Rovaglia might have been offside. And Delphi with the aggressive shot, despite the injuries picked up. We only have 6 minutes to go. Liu Xiaoziang makes the save here. I know that Jubin looks broken, but we're not going to take him off. Not in this one. And Liu Xiaoziang looking for a way to pass. He ends up knocking this ball upwards and forwards, looking for Para, who again kicks it forward to nobody. Jubin then runs over to grab it and takes a shot from range. And I mean, if he keeps playing like that, we're going to leave him in. Everybody now looking a little bit broken. 2 minutes to go. Yenkun kicks this one, heads this one out rather for a corner. We need to defend. And let's see if we can encourage them a little bit here. Liu Xiaoziang is able to get back onto that, and we have a minute and a half left to go, and we have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Now Rovaglia with the throw over to Delphi, back to Rovaglia. Rovaglia kicks it forward to Delphi, and Delphi gets the goal. And you knew he was going to score from that position. I mean, they're going to call it an own goal on Lim Chai-min, but I mean, to be honest with you, this was a goal from Delphi all the way. No reason to call this an own goal. So there's the pass from Rovaglia over to Delphi, and he just sort of knocks this forward. Lim Chai-min barely gets maybe a toe on it, misdirects it, and that's 2-0 Yanbian FC, and we have won. We have won the Chinese FA Cup. I don't care what happens from here on out. Douglas misses one just off the crossbar. Is Liu Xiaoziang going to be able to have a clean sheet today? Paulson kicks that one out. Shenzhen is throwing everything that they have at us. Paulson heads that one out, and Jubin is fouled by Jin Qiang. And here's Liu Xiaoziang with the kick over to Guzman. We haven't seen much of Ariel Guzman today. He really is not good enough to play at this level, I'll tell you that. We can see it from that pass. And Paulson is able to get rid of the garbage over to Rovaglia. Rovaglia, just hold on to the ball, baby. Back to Guzman. Don't pass it to him. Guzman loses possession of it again, and Joao Victor gets it over to Mr. Kwon, to Jubin, over to Para. Para now hasn't scored in an eternity, and he kicks it backwards to Lee Jin-young, who just barely misses his shot. Lee Jin-young, that is, boy, that was close. Here we have the final, probably free kick of the game. Douglas takes it. Liu Xiaoziyoung knocks it out for a corner. We'll see if we even have time for this corner. I doubt it, since we played 5 minutes of the 4-minute stoppage time, and we have won the Chinese FA Cup. Just as I predicted, we didn't have time for that, and here's another one of our trophy scenes. So how about that? How about that? We've done it. We have completed an undefeated season. We have not lost a regular season game at all this season. We won all of the cup matches, and we won all of the league matches. And here we are with the cup. This is not what I was expecting. And we are arguably the best team in all of China after one season. And this is a team that I am looking to improve. We have a lot of holes on this team, and there are a couple of positions where we need to do a little bit better. So stay tuned for more as we go through the transfers here this summer. Now, if all goes well, my video for you tomorrow should be the first game of the next season. We'll see if I can make it that far or not. There's going to be a lot to do today. It's going to be a long day, but we'll see what happens. This was a very, very impressive performance. And I think I can officially say that this is my favorite team out of all the teams that I've managed in Football Manager in all these years of playing it. Good performances from everybody. Monta just didn't have it today. Even Para managed a 7.1. I thought this was a pretty good game. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed this, of course, a lot. And we'll have more action for you later on. You see, we're not quite as unstoppable as it might look, as it might seem. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.